What's up, guys? Today's podcast is sponsored by Dead Man's Beard Company, the best beard products on planet Earth, and also Balcom Canyon Cider, the best cider on planet fucking Earth. More on that later. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curry.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, what's that?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. We're coming at you on a beautiful Friday evening because we have a guest on today. Some say he's the most interesting man in the world. Others say he's a little brother. Others say he's a hammer in the sack. But we know him as Sean Herman, Brett Herman's brother. He owns Herman Studios, does incredible designs and all kinds of fascinating shit, and he's in town. And so we reached out to him to have him come on and say, what's up? What's up, dude?
what's up?
What's going on, bro?
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for driving out here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
He got out of the car because I sent him a thing. I was like, we're in Ventura. Would you come to Ventura? And he's like, yeah. And then he got out here. He's all, that's fucking out here, dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
It is. I'm sorry.
But it's worth it. It's way nicer.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I
you
picked the best time to leave, which was 5 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah,
know. Nice. Nice.
yeah. But,
Radio, audiobook, podcast. What do you listen
just
to?
straight music.
Oh, man.
Yeah, whole way. There was a couple podcasts, I guess. I don't know.
Mine? My level? Okay.
Crank it up.
Cranking. Can you hear me now? Not better. Okay, fine. Anyway, hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Dude, so you're out here for work in L.A. for now. You live in Denver, right?
From Colorado.
From Colorado originally.
I've been coming to California for the past 10 years because my brother, Brett Herman, who you know, is also obsessed with haunted houses. And so we've made it a trip for the past 10 years that I would come to California and we would just go hit haunted houses.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What is the fascination? Just being scared? Or is it the
I
gore?
approach
Is it
it. I like haunted houses mainly just for the creativity
Okay.
and the set design.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't actually really like being scared.
Okay. Yeah.
Like when I go to a haunted house, I build haunted houses all the time. But when I'm actually going through them, I'm like the guy that's like,
In the corner,
Yeah.
hiding.
don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a total pansy.
So you're more fascinated by just the sets, how they're built, the mechanisms,
Yeah, big
gore,
fan
the
of
blood.
big fan of immersion and set design, detail. I think
Yeah.
I'd kind of nerd out on like detail. So
Sure.
What's your favorite one?
What's
What's the go-to?
in California
Yeah.
or like nationwide?
Here, first.
I'm pretty biased because I kind of know everybody
Sure.
now, but one of my favorite ones, and I stopped by on my way here, is in Thousand Oaks.
Oh, that one.
right
Yeah,
there.
okay. That one's
Yeah,
good,
I like
huh?
it just because Bruce, who's the owner of that, has a very similar story to like how I kind of got started
Oh,
in
really?
haunted
Yeah.
houses.
Okay.
And so I've just kind of, every year that I would come with my brother to do haunted houses, we would stop at Reign of Terror. So
Okay.
it's kind of like, it's nostalgic a little bit. We've been doing it for a long time. Now that I kind of know the owner of that place, I see his passion for it.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got a similar story as me as far as
Sure.
like how he started. So I think that coupled with just how he does things, I
Sure.
think is really, really
Yeah.
cool. I do like Universal Studios and stuff like that. Some of that stuff is just kind of like rinse and repeat as far as
Sure.
like how they scare
Yeah.
you and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But they do a great job with set design, obviously.
Totally.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty. I don't. That shit. Jay, I think, would be way fun to entertaining to watch him in a haunted house, but I just don't. I don't buy into the. They're not. I know they're not going to touch me or hurt me or you know what I mean. So like, you can jump scare me a little bit, but I do. I'm fascinated by the like what's going on, but I just don't. I'm not like like the whole time. So it's just
We
not
should have
as
just
fun.
like strapped a GoPro to you and just
Jay
instead
would
of
be
being
the guy.
here, we should have just
he
gone
is
to a
the
haunted
dude
house.
that would punch somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
for
not
Oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
You
Jay
don't like
You
it?
can't. No,
No,
he
I
doesn't
don't.
like that shit.
I'm not
Like we were
into
seeing
it.
that.
Okay.
Remember that old America's Funniest Home Videos where that kid in high school jumps out of a trash can to scare that black kid, and that kid just decks him.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
Jay. Like
I'm just not. I don't. If you come around the corner and you're coming at me, why would I let you?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
pretty
so I
wild.
just my instincts are a little bit overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, at
And
least you know that.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't wanna
like.
find that
I'm
out,
not
yeah.
into. I'm not in. We've talked about. I'm just not into being scared.
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't need any adrenaline pumps ever again in life, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
So I do want to. Okay, I want to kind of get into your. We met you in Denver. We were there hanging out with Brett and all these homies. We had a friend that passed, R.I.P. Luke. We went up there for a funeral, and we came to your actual fucking compound that you had there, right?
Yeah.
And your brother had been telling us a lot about you, you know what I mean, as far as like what you're doing and what you do and all kinds of shit. And we walked in, and you have, you know, this whole compound that you've made for your, you know, studio. You have a tiki bar. I don't know if that's announced or anything yet, but you got a tiki bar you're building. You have like all this crazy shit going on. And Brett is one of the most talented fucking artists and nicest kids on planet Earth. So why are you two like that? Like, what are your parents normal? Like, what is happening here? How did this this all fucking happen here? Because I got two creative fucking maniacs in that family.
Yeah.
For reals.
Yeah, we definitely, like, we grew up together. So, like, literally, like, together.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything
Are there
about...
any more siblings? Or is it just you two?
Just us and our immediate family. We have, like, step sisters.
What
and
is
stuff
your
like that.
age difference?
I'm 4 years younger.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good age bracket.
Yeah.
You know, like me and my brother were 13 months apart.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
close.
I don't know anything in life without him.
Yeah.
And we did like everything. We, you know, the fights but you know, that's the one person that has been there since day one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so that relationship. But you must have had like some artistic parents or something in there that kind of got you guys sparked on that stuff, because you guys are both just incredibly talented.
Oh,
My
thank you.
brother and I are just fucking derelicts, man. There's not a whole lot else going on. You know, we're good-looking derelicts, and that's even questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did have a creative grandfather.
Okay.
He was a lead designer and illustrator at IBM for like 25
Oh,
years.
okay.
See, that
Wow.
makes sense.
And so that's so he was an artist in Brett's sense, so he could draw really well.
Okay.
So Brett picked up, I think, a lot of the artistic, like fine arts,
Yeah.
and I skewed more towards a different type of art, which is like computer based.
Totally, yeah.
So like, what's interesting, and I didn't know this for a long time. I didn't even know he worked as a designer.
Right.
So I had been a designer already for years, and then I found this out later. So this
Oh, wow.
this is all. I wouldn't
you're
say
talking about
new.
your grandfather?
My
Yeah.
grandfather.
Oh, you
yeah.
didn't know that? Okay. Wow.
So my side is like computers. So it's interesting that he was an illustrator doing fine art at a computer company.
Wow.
So
And this is what, the 70s, 80s?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like really early IBM.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
his name was Wayne Herman.
Wow.
And he's from Longmont, well, I don't know where he's from originally, but he lived in Longmont, Colorado.
Yeah,
which is where Brett lives now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a designer, illustrator at IBM for a long time, I don't really know if that's where we definitely like got some of that from, but we both are very different in the style of art. So
Totally,
our
yeah.
grandfather was also like really good at sculpting, and the type of design that I do, like web design, websites, apps, like all the digital type stuff. It's a much different style of art than what Brett does.
Sure.
Brett is like an actual artist, and I think I'm like not an artist at
Sure,
all. Like
yeah.
I'm the least creative artist you've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, because what I do is essentially throw clay onto something, and I'll push pixels until it looks right.
Oh, really?
Which, like that, obviously, I think it is an art form, but it's not the type of art form that I would call like what Brett does.
Sure, of
Drawing and like
Yeah.
he could sit there like with my daughter. She really likes horses. I remember not too long ago he was at our house and they were just drawing horses together. And I look at like what he had done in a few minutes, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my horse would look
Yeah.
So mangled.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
dude.
Like just hit by
Yeah.
a train.
Yeah.
Would
Mangled.
definitely be abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Be a
abstract.
Basquiat
Yeah.
of fucking horses,
In
dude.
the worst way possible.
It blows my mind. We have quite a few friends that are artists and artistic, and I have none of it.
Zero.
And I'll sit there and fuck around and
Yeah.
then look at it at the end and for an hour and look at it at the end and go, that's garbage. There's
Yeah.
nothing good about that
Yeah.
at all, you know?
Yeah.
And then you look at like Brett or some of these other guys that I watch draw and they're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
How's that?
I don't
You're
get
like,
it.
that's
Great.
exactly
I
what I
watched my
wanted.
daughter do it. My daughter's a pretty talented artist, and she's like, I drew this today. I'm like, okay, it's better
amazing.
than
Yeah.
anything I could ever muster up in my
Yeah.
life. You know, I got the guitar, like music thing that I can do, and that was not talent, just pure, just fucking not giving up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a skill at that point, and I'm sure art is a skill too. But my dad is an incredible artist and always has been, and the guy will sit down and draw shit, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah.
you have that image. It's just wild to me. But you guys actively didn't have someone in your life crushing your dreams, obviously.
No, so
You know
we
what I
grew
mean?
up.
Like-
Our family's always been super supportive, but
That's wild.
my I know,
What the fuck
right?
is that like?
Yeah. So I think that helps.
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously. Yeah.
But our parents split up when I was I think I was like 4, maybe.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really remember.
All right.
And right around then, you could kind of see like my dad's side is much more like analytical,
Yeah.
like a little less like creative, but more just like really OCD, a little bit more just like things got to be perfect.
Yeah.
My mom's side is more like the playful kind of side. And so them like supporting us, they worked all the time, and they actually like gave us off to like my grandma and our grandfather a lot.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, okay.
it was actually, I think, my grandma who like really fostered a lot
Yeah.
of our creativity, because you know, you have parents, and I'm this way too now that I'm a dad, but you know, the kids are maybe into stuff and you're just kind of like, no, you're not going to do that, you're going to do
It's hard
sports.
to, yeah.
You know, and so my dad wanted us to play baseball and soccer and all this stuff, which I wasn't really into.
Right.
And then
You can tell by Brett's build he isn't either.
he's not into it either.
No, you could tell.
And so so we so we just, you know, like we would want to do stuff. And Brett, I don't know if you knew Brett fairly young,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he came out here because he was like a total goth Marilyn
Yeah,
Manson,
totally,
Rob
dude.
Zombie head. And so my dad, being more of like a sports guy, didn't necessarily love that, and they kind
Totally.
of butted heads,
Sure,
to
yeah.
put it lightly. And so that's why Brett came to California.
Yeah. And he wanted to be a musician. You
Yeah.
know, he wanted to do the thing.
And so all the times that when, you know, and Brett was like my biggest inspiration growing up, and still is to this day, to be
and
honest.
he fucking abandoned you, dude.
He did.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
fucking so rude
Thanks,
that
Brett.
he would just abandon you like
He just
that.
left me.
Yeah, totally. He left you, and then
Imagine
you're like,
what I could have been.
you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be way more successful.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah, and we've had a great relationship
Of
our
course,
entire
yeah.
life. But so my grandma was actually the one who, when we wanted clothes that maybe my parents didn't fully approve of, or like the 9 Inch Nails album that had a parental advisory sticker,
Totally, yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
or an Ibanez guitar that I wanted like a distortion pedal with, like the only person in our life
Grandma had your back.
that
huh?
was like,
Shout out
all
to
right,
grandmas, dude.
shout-
Shout out to fucking grandmas,
yeah.
dude.
She was the one who would like.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, like, my dad probably knew, but, like, you know, when we went to grandma's, which was, like, all the time, it was like, all right, what are we going to do today? Like, let's go to the CD store. Let's go buy whatever album you want. Let's go buy some sweet
Yeah.
Jinko pants. And
Dude, yeah, the Jinkos.
and then, like, we'll go to
And a
the
sick-ass
pawn
long
shop and
wallet
get you-
chain.
Yeah.
totally.
So I would say our parents are great. I love all of them. But I would say, to answer your question, I think the creative side of us was more formed from the
Yeah.
Herman side of the grandparents.
Sounds like it was a part of it, though. I think was genetics, because I think that plays a big factor in life. And
Probably.
I do definitely think, because it sounds like your lineage, they has a lot of people that are creative and a bit OCD. And
Yeah.
those two things together make for perfect art.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, which is what Brett does.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some
Yeah.
serious artistic talent and some serious
Obsession,
OCD,
yeah.
some
Yeah.
obsession to be able
Whether
to
it's
get
ADHD
everything,
or
to
whatever,
be
yeah.
that smooth.
Yeah.
Same thing with you. You don't get to where you're at without some serious dedication to something. So you
Right.
got that from somebody as well.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
that was your father.
Yeah, I think it probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. Yeah, my dad is actually super funny, and I'm confident he'll never even see this, so I'll just hype
Yeah.
him up as much as
There you go.
possible.
Yeah.
In
But
case he does.
in case he does, no, but he's great. One of my favorite things. So like. When iPhones came out, I like taught myself how to build iPhone apps a long time
Really?
ago.
Okay.
So I just saw like an opportunity there, and I was already building websites at that time.
What age are you at seeing opportunity?
I mean,
15, 14?
Hold on 1 second, though. I want to go back to something because I wanted to see where this led to. So when Brett realized that he was super unathletic and he decided to move to California, did you get into sports? 'Cause
No.
we kind of.
Yeah.
So what did you end up like? What was your route? When he
Computers,
was into the
obviously.
music,
Messing
was it
around.
just
no, I
or
didn't touch computers.
Didn't touch
really.
computers?
No, so I have like some very distinct life.
All right.
Like,
What's up, guys? Today's podcast is sponsored by the best goddamn beard products on planet Earth, Dead Man's Beard Company. If you guys are new to the beard game or you've been in it for 25 or 30 years like me and Jay have, you know that waking up in the morning and getting your face looking manageable is a rough deal. So I stumbled upon these guys a while ago, Dead Man's Beard Company. They make incredible products, shampoos, conditioners. They make beard butters, which is what I'm rocking right here. Now, let me get that there. Beard butters. This is the Supernova. This is what I've been using lately. What you want to do is after you get out of the shower, apply some of this to your face, blow dry, brush it through, makes your beard just soft and beautiful. Then if you want some extra bonus points, check out the beard oil on top of that. It is incredible, man. It's just one less thing you got to think about all day. Go ahead and use our code if you want. That gets us a little kickback. Otherwise, just check out Dead Man's Beard Company, and you will be thankful.
like segments, eras of my
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
growing up. Like when I was in high school, it was purely skateboarding.
Sure.
Okay.
Skateboarding
All right.
and hip hop. That's all I cared
Which I
about.
also want to talk about in a
Yes.
little bit.
So when I
That's why I redirected it back.
there you
when
go.
when I was in high school, I started skateboarding with the intent of becoming a
pro.
good skateboarder.
Yeah,
Totally.
And your demographic and your age, because like when I was a kid, most of my skateboarder friends they listened to hip hop, but it was really more about the punk and the metal aspect of
Yeah.
everything. But there definitely was that backpacker society that was heavy into skateboarding.
Yep.
Like it was
Tagging,
the same.
skateboarding,
Yeah.
fucking hip hop. You know, yeah.
And that was my
Yeah, that was your
early
shit.
high school
Yeah,
culture.
totally,
was
dude,
just okay. I'm skate. Like I don't even remember school.
Yeah.
Like I'll talk to like my kids and like they're like, oh yeah, we did this at school and stuff. Like I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
I,
I'm with you,
all
dude. Uh-huh.
I remember is waking up, getting ready for school, and then the end of school skateboarding.
Totally. Yeah.
And so when I started, like, I would say like in all of high school, it's kind of when I started skateboarding like heavily. I started much earlier than that, but that's when I started like working on it. Yeah. So, yeah. And so to answer your question, I started with skateboarding and then slowly just kind of moved into like a hip hop realm and stuff like that. So like early on, when I was like 16, started doing, I got sponsored by like a skateboarding company that was like local in Colorado.
Yeah.
And we started doing like tours. We went to like Brazil twice. And
wow. What was the company?
So you,
It was called
you
Advocate
downplayed-
Skateboard.
You really
Advocate.
downplayed your skating.
Oh.
You downplayed the shit out of it. You're like, well,
Well,
I
I mean,
skated,
yeah,
hold
but,
on,
but at the
hold
time
on,
that
hold
was,
on.
but
But
if
you-
you had a real legit shop, it could happen for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
so I
I'm
was
not
like-
devaluing it. It's
no,
just-
what I'm trying to say
yeah.
is though is you really excelled at that like you did at everything else, but you just kind of downplayed it. Like you really got like if you were touring and going around the world, you were not like hey,
I
let's
wasn't
go skate.
terrible. No.
Yeah.
But skateboarding is, it's that era of skateboarding was also really interesting because kids now at that age, it's like to travel and skateboarding like that's just not happening. 'Cause
Yeah,
like,
totally.
They're so good. There's so many good skateboarders
It's
now.
unreal.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, because
So-
you're a few years younger than me, so I mean, I was in the the fucking the mouse days and the what I mean.
Oh,
all
Mouse
the,
is one of my
411 or
411
the
video
411
magazine.
videos
Yeah.
and Zero came out. Fucking he had Jamie Thomas at the height of his shit. And
Dying to Live.
yeah, dying to god damn it, dude. Welcome to hell. I mean, that was my shit when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, my first love was skateboarding. Like. For sure. my
That's
first
awesome.
love. And then it was music after that, what I mean? So it's similar path, it's just
The
they kinda
fact
go
that you
hand in
called
hand,
out the Mouse skate
Oh,
video
yeah, dude.
is like,
I fucking love that video, dude.
you're my new favorite person.
Yeah,
Sorry, Jay.
I was
Oh,
just
no, I'm good.
I was just
Yeah.
listening to a podcast with Eric Ellington. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on it's called Not a Damn Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's very good.
That's
but
funny.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I haven't heard that name in a long... Because I'm so detached from skateboarding now, but,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny. I was at LA Courthouse skating
Yeah.
two or 3 days ago.
Oh, really?
And I was skating with my friend William Spencer, who's from Colorado. But
Mm-hmm.
William he's the stuntman in all the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, really?
shit.
And so he's like Spider-Man. So,
Yeah.
but he used to just like sleep on our couch, like when,
Yeah.
when I was like doing skateboarding full time.
He's like, I could just do backflips, dude.
Oh, he's insane.
crazy.
He's the coolest, most creative person I know in LA. Aside from, well, Brett's not in LA anymore, so
Yeah.
screw off, Brett. But anyway, so I was with William and we were just skating because he lives here now. Obviously, he's a stuntman. And PJ Ladd rolled up,
No way.
and I was like,
What the fuck?
"You probably don't know who PJ
No
Ladd
idea.
is,
No idea.
No idea.
but like
That's a big
it's-
deal, dude.
So forget Tony Hawk. Sure,
Yeah, totally.
he's fine. My idol growing up was like PJ Ladd.
Totally, dude.
And like, like Costin and all those dudes.
Oh, dude.
So when he rolled up, like, and I don't get like weird with quote unquote famous people
Sure,
or whatever. I'm
yeah.
just like, they're just people to
Totally.
me. So I just went out straight up to him like, "What's up, dude?" Yeah. I was like, "Hey, I had this idea," because I was like filming William do a trick. I was like, "Could you actually take my phone and film me?" First time I've ever met this dude.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah, totally.
First, like, and so I was like, "Can you film me doing like a flip trick on the ground and then like turn it around and just roast the hell out of me?"
Nice.
Oh,
and
shit, yeah.
he's like the nicest person ever. So he's like, "I don't know if I really am good at roasting people." And I was like, "Well, just tell me to do it better, or like do it into the ledge," because I just did like a nollie flip.
Yeah.
And so he did it for me. And
Oh, that's awesome.
I posted
man.
it, but
Dude, that's rad.
yeah, so I got to meet one of my idols.
That's
a
amazing.
couple
really
days
cool.
ago.
Yeah, we went and saw went to a
Wouldn't
comedy
be your
show.
idol without Tony Hawk, by the way. So
True.
easy with the Tony Hawk bullshit.
But no,
okay?
I met
Yeah.
Tony, and
Oh yeah,
he's also
I mean,
a really good
fucking
dude.
legend,
Yeah.
yeah. We just went and saw a comedian, Ian Fidance, and he's been taking Jason Ellis with him a lot.
Oh,
which
crazy.
I'm not a vert guy at all. Like, but he's a fucking. I mean,
He's
and
an icon, too,
The
though.
last time he came through,
Such a lunatic.
you know what I mean? I was a street guy. I wasn't interested in vert skating
Yeah.
at all. You know what I mean? I'm too fat to fucking fall off a 14-foot half pipe. You know what I mean?
That's scary, man.
It's so scary. Yeah.
Dude, I've been skating my whole life,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, but I like walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, dude, I used to fucking watch you skate at the original Skate Street, like, because that's in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah.
The original Skate Street Ventura skate park is in the game. I don't know if you know that, but the original there's.
I mean,
Skate
if I
Street-
went to that park, I would
well,
be
it's
like,
gone
oh.
now, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I used to watch him skate demos there, and I was there. It was like him, Mike Vallely, however you want to say it. Bunch of fucking pros are doing a demo there, and he was fucking being Jason Ellis, of course. You know what I mean?
That's
but then
awesome.
at the same time he was doing that, Mike Vallely shoved a security guard off the fucking half pipe, like onto the floor, dude. He fell like 10 fucking feet, dude. It was like ended in chaos. You know what I mean? But it was like.
What year was this?
This was, fuck, dude. I was 18, 2000, 2000-ish, probably. You know what I mean? I know, Jay was already done in prison by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, dude, you're a fucking, this is awesome to meet you, dude. He's
Yeah.
like, whoa, dude, like, Skate Street, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
because it's in the original Tony Hawk game. You
Hold
know what
on
I mean?
real quick.
Yeah.
Is it Rodney Mullen?
Yeah.
Right?
Rodney Mullen's the legend.
Okay. So That's the only fucking skater that I could think of. And as soon as you guys started talking about, I mean, of course I know Tony Hawk,
Of course. Yeah.
but I couldn't tell you, Christian Asoy, I guess I could tell you a couple. But the only one that I really gave a shit about watching and thought anything of at all was Rodney Mullen.
He's-
And he's the one that did all the street stuff, right? And
he's
he would
a-
just sit there.
Living
and-
ballerina. On a
Yeah,
skateboard,
dude,
yeah.
it was so incredible to watch that dude.
It's autism in real life. I mean, it's
that was
crazy.
me sitting here racking my brain trying to remember who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only skater that I really was
Yeah,
ever
the Rodney
like,
Mullen
wow.
versus Day One song videos were like
Those-
unfucking.
those were my
I
favorite.
remember those coming out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's over. Like it's fucking over. Skateboarding is over.
we've peaked.
It can't get any better than that. And then the next one would come out, and you're all, okay, come
Round
on.
two.
Yeah, totally,
Send me
yeah.
those videos.
I'll send you. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
they're on YouTube.
all on
now.
YouTube.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube.
Send
man.
me a couple. Just
Yeah,
like
and-
This is in what fucking the early 2000s, probably.
Yeah.
You know,
See,
yeah.
again, the age difference here, but
Yeah.
I was watching like with my brother and his friends when we'd watch that should be Christian Asoy and
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hawk was a fucking child. Like he
That's
like
awesome.
he looked
Yeah.
like he wasn't bigger than the skateboard, you know.
Yeah.
So that's it was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but Day One is my favorite skater of all time.
Just
So is Day One he's this actual
Day
skater,
One song
right?
is a skater.
Okay,
yeah, he's,
all right.
and he was
He's Korean.
He was literally him and I mean he was the new Rodney Mullen essentially. He's never going to be Rodney Mullen, but he was so fucking technical and so smooth.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Yeah, send
you
that to
couldn't
me. I wanna
you
check
just
that
couldn't
out.
imagine those tricks being done any smoother by a human. You
and
know
they're
what I mean? Like
they're wild.
and
too,
they're
though.
so like you'd have to think hard about what the name of the fucking trick would even be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still I'm like I have no idea what that was, dude.
Yeah. The
Front
closest
foot
thing
impossible fucking 360. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. You know.
the closest person that's come, I think, to like that level of creativity is Chris Haslam. I don't know if
yeah.
you've-
Yeah.
Which
He's very
is
talented. Or like, what's the kid
so
with the
fun.
fucking that wears the helmet now? He's like the new he's-
Andy.
Andy, yeah, he is unreal, dude. Watching.
Yeah,
him skate.
why is his name
I don't know why his name's
skipping my
escaping me. But
brain? But he's great too.
yeah,
but-
he has. Have you ever seen his grip tape, dude? He has fucking he has grip tape cut for every oh my god,
Wow.
I'm
Nice.
forgetting words.
Not me.
Every angle at which your foot should slide for your tricks. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
unreal. It's like Fibonacci sequence fucking
He's very
nerd level
technical
shit. dude.
with it.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of
it's
skater. I'm just
insane.
like, ah!
yeah, totally.
I hope it
It's wild.
flips. Yeah.
But so I mean, skateboarding first love, obviously. Then you get into music, right?
Yeah, so skateboarding was all the way through 16, 17, and right around 17 years old. The very first skate video part that I put out was to a hip hop group here in LA called Dilated Peoples.
Oh yeah.
And
One of the best. They're so good.
so good. Yeah, and I was actually at the Beat Junkies Institute yesterday, so it was
really?
cool to like scratch and stuff there with them.
Jay's gonna get a boner so hard right now. Dude. Jay's
Just
a deep
shut
hip hop head.
Up, Craig. Let him talk for a while
No, I know.
before you enter this.
I'm not gonna
We'll
interrupt.
get
I'm
back
just
to the
saying.
music, and this is what I want to hear now.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
let's stop for a little bit. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
So my first skate part was to a Dilated Peoples song, and I very vividly remember my close friend Andy, kind of like talking to me about like turntables and just like, oh yeah, like DJ Babu, like Dilated Peoples, like, and I remember going to like. It was like a Guitar Center type store, but it wasn't Guitar Center. And I remember going to like the music like PA section. They had like some turntables. They were like super cheap, plastic, blue. I think they were like made by Crate,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like
yeah.
a guitar amp company.
Bottom of the barrel.
So
shit,
definitely not
dude.
like
Yeah.
Techniques, but I remember just obsessing over it. I had to have been 16 years old, 17 maybe, and I just like went one day and bought the set. Came with a mixer, and then it was very weird. I got so into like scratch music and hip hop that like my skateboarding kind of like they kind of switched hobbies. And I've done this a few times with all of these
Yeah.
different hobbies that I have. This one was particularly strong though because it was like there was people in Boulder, Colorado, like DJ Vajra and all these like scratch battles going on that were just so cool. And I'd
They're
seen,
insane.
yeah, they're insane. And I've been seeing skateboarding at the insane level for so long that seeing something equally as insane, I was kind of like, I need to focus on that. Like,
Yeah.
that's
It's the same
way
practice,
crazy.
the same dedication, the same obsession to be that
Totally.
good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that can sit there and play around, but the people
Yeah.
that can actually really do insane mixing with doing the beats at the same time and doing all of that
Yeah.
it's so incredible to me to watch and to listen to, especially when somebody starts telling a story, like literally telling a story verbally with the turntables.
Yeah.
Where they're going, hey, 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 and it's all these different albums and stuff, and they're, you know, before you used to have to switch albums, guys, so you'd have to put one on and one off. You couldn't just mix with the screen.
Yep.
But watching them do it at that level where they're just digging and then going straight to it and then mixing it and then keeping the beat going over the top of it. And
Yeah.
it is incredible, man. I can sit there and watch that all night. Just
Yeah.
trip.
And that's what I used to do. So there was a record store in Boulder, Colorado, that DJ Vajra worked at. And I just remember I got my turntables, but like I had like a Led Zeppelin album, and like
Totally.
it was like I was like, this is
Docking.
not
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
so I remember I went to this album. It was on Pearl Street. I can't remember the name of it, but and I walk in there, and I already knew who like DJ Vajra was, and I don't know if you guys know who that dude is, but he's like he won DMCs once, and
Okay.
he's one of the best like scratch DJs
Okay.
I would say in the world. But and he was in Boulder, Colorado, just holding it down there. And I just walked into the store, and I didn't even know he worked there because there was like a upper level.
Oh, okay.
And you could like go. That's where like all the hip hop was. So I would go up there, and then this dude Vajra was just like, hey, you know, like I met him. I was like, you know, like so excited, and he just like pointed me where all the scratch records were.
Nice.
And I bought 3. You know, and one of them was like a Super Seal record, and so from that point on, I just got really, really into like scratch music, hip hop. I started like DJing for a hip hop group with my friend Andy. He was making beats, and then skateboarding slowly kind of took the back seat.
Yeah.
And then I didn't pick up skateboarding again until I was much, much older.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then that's kind of where the music
Yeah.
kind of took over.
Right.
Yep.
And I mean, I remember talking to you while we were in Denver, and you casually brought up that you ended up touring a lot with.
Yeah.
Is it James Brown? You went on tour with James Brown? Is
Yeah.
that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we were.
Because first of all, he is fascinating to me. I mean, Godfather of Soul, fucking. I mean, just the fucking man.
Yeah.
Probably a maniac, right? I mean, what? How
I
old-
didn't see that
You
personally
didn't see that
when we
personally?
were on the
What
road
was
with
that
him.
experience? I mean, what? I mean, I'm sure you did other stuff.
Yeah. So
But
like when,
as a greatest hits of things to put on your fucking lapel, being around James Brown for an extended amount of time would be way
insane.
fucking high.
Yeah,
on my
we did a
thing.
lot of
And I've
world
read a lot
tours.
of different books and stuff, and I've watched a lot of stuff on James Brown.
Yeah.
I'm a serious R&B, hip hop. Like I grew up in those neighborhoods.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
everything I've ever read about James Brown they don't talk about him being a nut. They just talk to him about being obsessed about what he was doing and the
Sure.
show, and like
Yeah.
doesn't play around, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
The afterwards and the partying and
Sure,
stuff,
yeah,
different
yeah.
deal. But he was dedicated to
Oh, of
his
course,
art
yeah.
and craft, and that's what made the same thing that has made you and got you to where you are. The same thing with Brett is that dedication, and that James was. No, you're off by one note, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
and
he was
everybody's
like that.
scared.
Yeah, oh,
to
yeah.
get in trouble.
Scary,
you know.
yeah.
And something that also kind of goes along with those older guys like that is they were notoriously stingy with their money as far as like paying their bandmates,
Oh, I'm
ripping
sure.
them off, threatening to kill them. You know, I mean, like he was wild in that sense.
I never was threatened.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a wild time, and even just like getting up to that
Totally. Yeah.
was really interesting. So I, when I was, like kind of coming up a little bit, like in the hip hop scene with just like the silly little hip hop group that we had that we like performed with, like for like 10
What was it
people.
called?
It was called the Ill Eagles.
Ill Eagles,
Yeah.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Old. It
That's
was just like
awesome.
me and my buddy Andy.
Yeah.
He would like make beats. He would rap. I would like scratch, and we would go
How old were you?
16.
That's
Okay.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. That name,
somewhere around there.
Ill Eagles.
Illegals, yeah.
Ill, is it illegals?
No, like ill, like the bird
Like
eagle.
ILL.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Eagles,
That is definitely
Yeah.
a 16-year-old name.
Yeah.
man.
Dude, it's
You
very
know?
funny because my friends had a gnarly, like, Melvin style metal band called Ill Eagle, like, for a long time. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
That's hilarious.
Very good. Yeah.
So yeah, so I was in that little group, but at the time, there was some really, really good hip hop coming out of Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, like the Pacific Northwest.
People under the stairs and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of good stuff kind of coming out of there at the time. Like already LA had stamped itself as like
Sure.
kind of the LA New York, but like Pacific Northwest was slowly kind of making its like
they got
appearance.
some amazing people that come
They
out
do.
of there. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's really, really interesting is the whole leading up to James Brown was one of my favorite, most played like hip hop groups. Obviously, was Dilated Peoples, but my second favorite was a group called Lightheaded in Portland, Oregon,
Okay.
and it was like a 3-person crew called Lightheaded, and they. I just was obsessed with them, and there's 3 guys in that group. One of them was doing a solo tour in Colorado.
Okay.
And I was like 16 or 17 years old. He posts, I think it was on MySpace at the time.
Yeah.
He posts, he was coming to Colorado to do a solo show or a solo tour. There were like 4 dates in Colorado. And his DJ, I can't remember, Bombay, I think was his DJ at the time. He like couldn't make it. I don't really know why. I don't know if he like, got sick or something, but he just couldn't make it. So he kind of like put out there like, hey, anybody like want a DJ?
Dude,
And I was like,
you responded?
yeah.
No way.
So I literally just emailed him.
16-year-old you,
I was
17-year-old
like,
you.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty much trash, but
I'll give it a shot.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like, and so I was like, obviously I was confident enough in my abilities to like reach out and do
Totally,
it.
yeah.
Like it's a hip hop show. It's not like you're like,
You're playing the same track over
Totally.
and over again.
and
Yeah.
they're like, and I would have like a routine and like,
Sure.
Yeah.
you know, and like a scratch session here and there and whatever. So pretty simple stuff. But he hit me back pretty quick, if I remember right. It
crazy.
was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And I was just like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
So the first show is in Denver. I remember like, I had to have driven there by myself. There's some weird, I don't remember like where I left my car and stuff like that. Cause I brought my turntables and all that stuff. And I'd known his music for so many years prior to that, I was just like, send me the beats. I'll get ready. Just set me the set list and I'll like plan it out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we can do like one little practice in the car just with an iPod and then we'll do the show.
That's
He's like,
great.
okay,
And
cool.
you did this at 16.
Yeah, I was like 16.
That's wild, dude. Yeah.
And we get to the show, and it was at this place called Herman's Hideaway, which is also hilarious that
Nice.
it's Herman.
Yeah.
We get there, and the promoter, I guess, just like was like, no show tonight. Like the venue owner, they must have had like something happen,
Yeah.
and they just canceled the show.
Damn.
And I was so bummed. I was like, no, like I worked so hard.
Yeah.
But there were 3 more shows.
Yeah.
So like from there, and this is why it's hilarious because I don't remember where I put my car.
Right.
Like I had to have driven there from Longmont to Denver.
Right.
And then I got in some random promoter's car with Braille, who's like this dude who I just met, who's like a rapper, and we just bounced. We went to Grand Junction, and like I'm like thinking about that like 16. I don't even know if my
Didn't even
parents
tell your
know.
parents.
Like I don't even know. I don't
Having been gone
remember
for about
any
3-4
of that.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we, me and him, his name is Brian, just became pretty good friends. And at the time, Lightheaded was already pretty popular. And then he got pretty popular as like a solo artist at the
Okay.
time. And then that first show in like Grand Junction, we just connected really well. And,
Yeah.
and just became friends. And then we did, I think it was like Pueblo or something weird, and then like one other show. And then I just kind of thought that was like, okay, I went home after that tour, and I was like, cool. That was it. And
Yeah.
now let's go back to just being in my room.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And skateboarding occasionally.
Did he know you were 16?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
How old was he?
I mean,
20s, probably, something like that?
yeah, he wasn't that old.
Wasn't
it
that
wasn't
much
like
older,
it was
yeah.
weird.
It wasn't like 35-year-old
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it wasn't like he
totally.
was like James Brown's age.
Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was very like I would say 25 maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. But yeah, so I went home, had no expectations that he would ever reach out back to me.
Sure.
And then, like, no joke, it was maybe a week later or something. I don't remember dates well, but not long after that, I get a call that's, Lightheaded's going on tour in Japan. Do you want to, like, be a part of that tour?
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes, I
And,
do. Yes, I do.
And then
Are you in school at this time? Or?
I thoroughly enjoyed Brazil when I was skateboarding. So now that I'm DJing, I might as well go check out Japan when I'm 16 years old.
Totally.
Yeah, and so I don't, like, it was, times are hazy, but it was somewhere between 16, 17,
Yeah.
18, like, in that couple year span. But, yeah, so I was like, of course, and this was, like, right when I was, like, just about to, like, graduate high school,
Okay, yeah.
know,
17,
and
18.
somewhere right
Probably
around
around
there.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, like, but it was just, like, weird.
Unless
'cause-
you're me, and then it's like 19.
Yeah. But yeah, so so obviously I said yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We did Lightheaded tours in Japan. I think there was Nagasaki, Nagoya, and then came back. And then that crew consists of a dude named Omega Watts, who's I think one of my favorite beat makers ever.
Really?
He's like traditional beat maker,
Yeah, yeah.
MPC type beat maker, like really, really dope. He was like in me and my wife's wedding, like, so that's
Oh,
how
okay, yeah.
close we became
yeah.
on tour in Japan.
Wow.
Cause like he would, like, even asked Brian, he was just like, is this dude legit? Like, he was like skeptical.
Yeah,
Of course.
For sure. He's like,
yeah.
this is my tour in Japan. Like,
Yeah.
is he gonna
Yeah.
ruin it?
Yeah.
So I think at first the rest of the crew, other than Brian, was like, "Are you sure, dude?"
This fucking shit,
and
yeah.
then, did whatever I did. We became really good friends, and then Lightheaded, being that they had like 3 people, I kind of just became friends with each of them individually, and they
Sure.
also have like solo careers.
Sure.
So with Omega, I think I kind of like me and him skewed a little bit more towards each other because we're both a little more, like, I would say creative and less.
Sure.
And so like me and him just became better friends. And then I started doing tours with him and stuff like that. And so we were doing, me and Brian went back to Brazil a few times. Japan was a big one. And then a lot of like US tours. Like,
Yeah.
we did a lot of California and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of shows in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, San Luis Obispo, here.
Mostly like LA
Yeah.
Yeah.
areas. Yeah,
Yeah.
not too much Northern California, but
Yeah.
Is that choice, or because I know they have a great...
Yeah, there was just
I have
one.
no
There,
idea.
yeah, it's a hard dead zone in some of those spots, man. Not San Francisco, but like San Luis, and you get
San
kind
Luis
of that
though
Northern
has-
California, that Sacramento. There's like fucking almost nothing ever going on. It's at least in like my version of the music
San
scene.
Luis has the college, though, so they
Yeah.
do get... colleges tend to get
hip hop groups.
hip-hop,
Yeah.
like...
And I think like I had no insight.
Of
into
course, yeah,
any
you were
of
just
that. I
going
was
where
just
the
like,
fuck you were going. Yeah,
throw me in the van.
Yeah, let's go.
You know.
yeah.
So it was like right around that time, Brian, he got approached by a record label that also did other bigger records, like I don't even remember the name of it at the but James Brown was essentially on the same record label
Yeah.
as this. And so it was like kind of a big deal that there was like this younger hip hop kid
Sure.
on this label with James Brown. And I don't even know if it was technically like a label. It was more just like a promotion group sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we get back from a tour, and like I think it was like right around when I graduated high school, and I was about to go into college, or I had just started college, somewhere around there, and I get a call from Brian, who essentially just kind of signed up on this promotion team record label thing. He's like, "Hey, we just got invited to go tour like with James Brown.
That's crazy.
Do you want to go? And I was like,
Yeah.
let me think about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it was actually kind of hard because I had just started college. I think I was like 3 weeks in.
Sure.
Like maybe a month,
Yeah.
a semester.
What was hard about it?
Well,
going,
dude, like,
fuck college, I'm going to
Yeah.
James
I mean,
Brown.
I get it. You know. Yeah.
yeah,
Makes sense.
but it's also like, I feel like probably my family, you know, was like, hey, we'll pay half your college if you pay half. And
Sure.
it was kind of
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it was like,
And you're like, you know what? Never mind. I'm leaving. I'm fucking gone.
yeah, and so that's the funny
Yeah.
part is I said yes to Brian
Yeah.
and just didn't show up at school,
Sure. Yeah.
and my parents had no idea.
Yeah.
And so the whole time on tour, like we would be in, I mean, we literally went everywhere. It was
Yeah.
Japan, Estonia, Latvia,
That's
Sweden,
How long?
Italy.
How long did you tour with them?
It was like 3 tours.
That's
like there
crazy.
was like
Yeah.
2 European,
Legs
like in
and then
Asia,
Yeah.
and then a U.S. tour.
Wow.
What was your favorite spot as far as like? I mean, I know there's got to be a
my
few,
God.
but like, was there anything like one particular spot that just went off? Like one show?
I
or-
remember. Well, I don't really remember like the shows too much because they were all
It
the same.
becomes a
Every
blur. Yeah.
yeah,
It really does.
But I remember the venues. I really liked Greece, like Thessaloniki, Greece. Most of the photos that I have from that spot are just like what?
Unreal.
Like
it.
every night I would take a picture of the crowd
Yeah.
just as like a
Yeah.
like pinch me moment. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a bunch of photos from like
Yeah.
different venues. I remember like Hollywood Bowl being really cool, but not necessarily just because of the show, but more just like
You played the fucking Hollywood
'Cause
Bowl.
it's like-
That's crazy.
just there's like famous people there,
Yeah.
you know. And I was 18. I'm not used to
Yeah.
seeing famous
Totally, dude.
people.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is this? And but I would say like some of the venues like in Europe were just like
Unreal. Yeah.
you're playing in like ancient stuff.
1,000-year-old fucking
And just
yeah,
like they're cool.
buildings and
Like
auditoriums
in
and-
Colorado, we have Red Rocks,
Yeah.
which is cool.
which is awesome. Yeah.
But like people like say that's like the best place ever. And I remember there was like a spot in I think it was in Arizona. They filmed a movie there with the dude. What's the dude's name? From the Big
dude?
Lebowski dude,
Oh, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
He filmed a like country movie at
Oh,
one of
okay.
these venues, but I remember that venue. I think it was in Arizona,
Yeah.
being just like what?
He does great westerns.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
Did you have much interaction with James Brown over the
Yeah.
time period? I mean,
Yeah.
was he available to people? Like,
Yeah, it was very
I mean,
interesting.
yeah.
Like he, I remember very vividly that he would like we would have 2 sets of clothes because we
Okay.
were a hip hop group, so there would always be someone locally who would open the show,
sure.
and then it would be us and then James Brown.
Yeah.
So we were always just before him, and what's wild is when we were traveling with him, like we had to have like a suit, like button up and like slacks. Like you couldn't just wear like.
Like when you were traveling,
Yeah.
like on off days.
Yeah.
Just
you had to
anytime
be, like,
you're
dressed.
not on stage.
Wow. Okay.
Like, of course, if it's just me and Brian going to breakfast
sure. Yeah.
and we're not like associated with the tour.
But if you're going to be anywhere in the hemisphere of him,
Kind of is on par with that generation.
Yeah, I think he had a he's like, you know, you need to look sharp.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. That's
Yeah.
you know, a
Makes
lot
sense.
of those people in that era, in that genre, were definitely like that all the
When
time.
you go out in
Yeah.
public, you look fucking good.
Yeah, and part of
totally.
it is you also don't, you know, you're gonna get pulled over and you're gonna get harassed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're in a suit, you're less likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, I think a lot of that was like, you know, probably racially driven
Sure,
from
yeah.
his, you know, childhood and stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because but so there were weird things like that where we had 2 sets of clothes. We had like the clothes that we would wear all day, like, or backstage when we're with like the band and stuff like that. And then we would go to our dressing room and put on like our hip hop clothes.
Show performance
Yeah.
clothes. That's awesome.
Which is hilarious to
Yeah,
say.
That's crazy.
But
You
yeah.
had to dress down to perform.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so I would say like most of the interactions, because there were like, you know, we would be on planes with him and stuff.
Sure.
So like that was common, but he also would like be in a separate like bus.
Yeah.
So we would usually be with like his band
Sure.
and his bandmates more than him.
Of course.
And I
Yeah.
think he was kind of like, isolate a little bit, more or less just to save his energy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like people would wheel him around in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
not because he needed a wheelchair, but he was just like getting ready for
Well,
the show.
he was going to do some damage on stage, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he did every night.
He needed it, you know. Yeah.
And so, I saw all that. You know,
That's
like
crazy.
there was a
You ever
lot
get
of.
any like fucking nuggets of wisdom from fucking James Brown or anything like that? He ever
Yeah,
pull you aside?
yeah.
And, I mean,
There were some nights he would just watch us, like from the side of the stage, because he was clearly up next. So
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
kind of probably gauging the crowd and stuff like. I don't know what he was doing.
yeah.
I'm making some massive assumptions here.
Sure, yeah.
But there were some nights when we would get off that we would obviously have to interact with him.
Mm-hmm.
Or he would say something like "good job" or whatever. There was one night,
He's like, "Hey, white boy, come here. I got something
Pretty
to tell
much.
you."
no, there was one night he like pulled me aside and he
Really?
just was like, "That was really good." But it was like it was a special moment for me because he pulled me aside. It wasn't like he was like
Yeah.
talking to us like holistically or just like
Yeah.
"good job," like.
Yeah.
But he like actually like came up to me.
Wow.
And was like, "Hey, that was really good." And the way he said it, the quote kind of was just like, "Yeah, I thought it was Run DMC out there."
Dude, that's,
I
dude,
was
that's
like-
amazing, right? Yeah. That's
And I was like,
yeah.
"Dang."
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Except
get
for
a
I'm
compliment
nowhere
like that,
nearly as cool as
Not-
Run DMC.
Yeah, I mean, but
But,
to get a
yeah.
compliment like that from a fucking legend is wild, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
And so actually it was that night I have a photo. I only have a couple photos with him.
Sure.
But the one photo that I have with him is like pretty much right after that interaction.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, just like,
that moment,
You're
like
on
fuck,
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like,
that's
this is
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, so like that whole thing was wild. We did a lot of tours. The most interesting thing too was like, yeah, I don't really think my parents knew because like
they
I told
really
you,
didn't know you were gone.
No, because I called my mom. I remember very vividly
where
one
were
night.
you supposed to be at college? Were
I
you-
had an apartment.
Oh, okay.
A little like
Okay, yeah.
studio apartment that I
And
spent.
it's not like there's social media at the time where you're posting what you're doing.
Well,
and
there
shit.
was.
I mean, yeah,
But they weren't
They're
on
not on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
totally.
I was posting everything, but
Yeah, MySpace. is
never.
getting
I don't think it
fucked up,
ever
dude.
got
Yeah,
around to
totally.
because yeah, it was like so. MySpace at that time for an adult is like
Yeah, right.
they probably
dude.
didn't even know what it was.
100%.
So
Or
there was
they did. And
Or they
just
did.
Did not give a single
Yeah,
rat's
exactly.
ass.
They heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was I think we were in Venice, Italy, one of the V's in Italy, and I was on stage and I had like a Razor flip phone.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just like was like, dude, this is crazy. Like I was on the side of the stage watching Mr. Brown
Right.
perform a song. And
Yeah.
I was
I know.
like, dude, I should call my mom.
Yeah.
I was like, she has no idea where I am right now. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And so I remember one night I like flipped open my phone, like Razor phone, and I like beep boop beep, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like I called, and I didn't even think about time difference.
Sure.
But now I'm like, I've
probably
I've
1
thought
in the
about this
morning,
moment
yeah.
a lot of like, I wonder what time it was because
Yeah.
it had to have been like 9 or 10 p.m. in Italy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't even know. Like still to this day,
Yeah.
is that like was it
I
like
don't know.
5
time-
a.m.?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah.
But I do
Early.
remember calling her, and she seemed out of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Hey, what's up, mom?" You know, and she was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Are you
And
okay?
I was, yeah, I think she was worried.
Yeah.
I was like, guess where I am? You know, and she was like, a bar? Like, I don't know. It's loud, you know? And I was like, here, listen. And I just like held the phone up and it was like, you
Yeah.
know, like just like James
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't think she could
Couldn't tell.
understand what was going on. And so I just like was like, yeah, I'm backstage at James Brown right now, in Italy. And she was just like, what? And I still,
Fucking mama
Yeah.
heart attack, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she understood.
Yeah.
She probably
What
just thought you
happened?
were
She's like,
drunk.
he's really drunk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she probably thought I
Exactly.
was hammered at a bar or something, like
Yeah.
at 5 a.m. or whatever time
Yeah.
it was. But I still have to this day not even talked to her about that, and I should.
Oh my God, really? You've never
never talked to her?
you've never brought up that you went on tour with James Brown?
No, well, she knows that now.
Yeah.
Obviously,
But that conversation
that
though.
conversation's
Because my mom is such a she'd be like, I'm sorry, what? Like she would be calling me the next day as soon as fucking possible. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
where are you? What's
Yeah.
happening? You know?
Yeah, and that's why I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it registered.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the only call I remember making the entire tour.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did they find out you were in college?
All right, what's up, guys? Today's podcast is sponsored by Balcom Canyon Cider. If you guys are looking for an incredible cider that is not too sweet, not too tart, this is it for you. They're a local Ventura company started by one man in his garage, essentially. He's brought it down to Ventura. They are making waves all over the place. And look at me. I have a huge beard. I ride a Harley, just like Jay does. But sometimes drinking the IPAs and the beers and all the shit and the hard alcohol, it really bites you in the ass. If you're looking for a cool, refreshing drink that's not going to break the bank and is high quality, then you want to check out Balcom Canyon Cider. You can find them in Vons all over Ventura County. You can find them in most bars. You can find them on social media, Balcom Canyon Cider. They do amazing stuff all the time. They're big proponents of the 805, and we are happy to have them as a sponsor for the podcast. Enjoy.
My parents?
Yeah.
Like, weren't in college?
When you weren't, when did they realize that, like, oh,
I don't know.
he never did this?
I don't even know if
Did
they
you graduate?
know that. No.
You never even graduated.
Heck no. I just dropped out quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, never went
amazing,
back.
dude, yeah.
I was like, this is stupid.
That's crazy,
I
man.
still to this day
Yeah.
think it.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, just to be in that dude's hemisphere is, I mean, I've been such a fucking fan for so long, you know what I mean, of my life, and fascinated by that dude, you know, to be in that dude's hemisphere alone is, and all the crazy shit you hear about him. I mean, he is the greatest performer on planet fucking Earth, probably. You know what I mean? It's
up there,
the
for sure.
GOAT in the conversation for fucking sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and to be around that is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You know, especially as such a young kid. Like,
It's weird
Yeah.
because it still to this day doesn't really register.
right.
It's
It
like-
probably feels like a fever dream or
Yeah,
something.
it's
you know what
really
I mean?
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that ended. We were on his last tour.
Yeah.
I think we were in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were in Sweden at the time, and flew home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was at my friend Cortland's house with his parents on like Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like getting a phone call like from Brian, who's like, "Dude, James Brown just died." Like on Christmas morning.
Damn. Like after the tour?
Yeah, we were
Wow.
on break from the tour
Jesus.
to go home
So
for
you got to
Christmas.
see him in his last fucking...
Yeah, it was last couple days.
That's
probably.
crazy, dude. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that ended the
That
wild
run.
tours.
Yeah.
But that's what
Puts a damper on stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, we did some like other tours, like we were doing shows with like we did some like Europe tours with like De La Soul and stuff like that. So
that's
we were doing
amazing.
like some like hip hop tours.
Yeah.
Because the James Brown tours were cool, but it was also like you're performing to a weird demographic.
Totally, yeah. You're
would
being
have,
tolerated, you know, at that point.
60% old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other percent, there was no middle age. It was just young people.
Right,
It was the
right,
people who like him for hip hop culture, and then there was the people who had all his records.
Right.
And that's a big
They've
gap.
been listening to him forever.
Yeah, and that's I think why they brought us on initially was to cater to the
To the
other
younger crowd.
kids.
Yeah.
But that's
Hold on, we just can't breeze over.
De La Soul.
You can't just breeze over that you got to tour with De La Soul.
there's a couple shows of those dudes. Yeah,
Sweet.
there's when you're doing hip hop shows, you kind of play with the people who do hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's really not like we were like homies or anything.
But you're hitting the good ones though.
Yeah,
Because De La Soul does a good show and they're a great hip hop band.
yeah.
They just
De La
got
was
their,
fresh.
they-
I'm okay.
They just got their rights to their music back like 4 years ago.
De La did?
Yeah.
Really?
They just like I the timeline same thing, but in the last probably 4 or 5 years they just got their rights back.
Wow,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wild.
Yeah, that's why they were really like they weren't easily accessible. You know, it'd take you a little bit to find 3 Feet High and Rising.
Yeah,
You know, and so I am a straight hip hop head, so
That's
I
awesome.
follow it. And De La Soul to me was 17, 18 years old, and
Okay.
when they came out, my friends were just like, and they were all the skater guys, were just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And we just played it on repeat.
yeah.
You know, them, Jungle Brothers, Tribe, all that
Yeah.
shit.
So one of my good friends is Speech from Arrested Development,
Dude,
and
that's one of my first tapes I ever bought.
Dude.
Arrested Development.
and so he's like one of those guys that I met like on a tour, and I think this was like right around the James Brown tours. So like, he probably thought I was cooler than I actually was.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not that cool. It was just like happenstance.
Yeah.
But I met him in that kind of era, and I became pretty good friends with him. But yeah,
That was right as they were
I think
fucking getting huge too, right? I mean, right as that first album came out, or was that after they were already
Arrested Development.
or was it already
no.
established?
Oh, no,
It
they
was
were-
way established.
Yeah,
way established. At that point.
yeah, almost like
I guess it makes sense because it was probably early '90s, right? When that record
yeah.
came
Arrested
out. Yeah,
Development
that makes sense.
is definitely like
Yeah.
early,
Yeah.
like
And
92,
you
93.
do realize that you're how humble you are about everything is what gets you into the places and shit that you aren't that pretentious asshole that nobody wants to be around. It's
Sure,
the fact that
yeah.
you're like, hey man, I'm not like I'm just. It's not. I just
Yeah.
was out hanging out with Arrested Development and De La Soul. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
good
it's-
guys.
I mean, it's incredible,
But
man,
like
yeah.
how you're not like oh dude, yeah, I was there. So
Yeah.
like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a keeps you around people because you're a good guy and they want to be around you.
Oh,
You know
thanks.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Which you and your brother are a lot alike in that aspect.
Yeah.
He's cooler than me though.
Man, I don't
It's
know.
debatable now, dude.
I don't know.
It's debatable
I
now.
don't
Yeah.
know. I think
Yeah.
you guys.
Sorry,
Look,
Brett.
I think you guys are on par.
Yeah,
I think
you
you
guys
guys
are
are
there.
both right there.
Okay,
You
good.
know?
So, I mean, as far as the music stuff goes, obviously you wound down and you shifted gears into design and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And you run an insanely successful design studio, right? Is that the right terminology
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah.
Why, like,
Yeah,
what
what led
happened
up to
there?
that?
Like, how is this
So
happening?
that's like the transition from how skateboarding went to music,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop particularly, is the same way how I went from music to design.
Yeah.
So Omega Watts is a designer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of like inspired by him to like design. And then there was other things too.
Sure.
But we were in hip hop groups, so obviously like we needed things like T-shirts,
Sure.
CDs, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, I knew computers well enough that I was kind of the go-to guy just to like get the CD art.
It was a very DIY
Yeah.
fucking.
Because you're a hip hop group.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
have
like
to,
you're
yeah.
like you're scrappy
Totally.
at the start, And so what's really interesting is actually on tours and James Brown tours specifically, I recognized my age and was like, I have no business being here.
Sure.
And I remember every night after a James Brown show, the band who's like his supporting cast, a couple of them are like OG James Brown band people,
Yeah, yeah.
which are really dope.
Yeah.
Actually, like the founder of house music is like one of the percussionists.
Damn, really?
He's like rad.
Wow.
But
From DC.
I think he's from somewhere up there, Boston maybe or something. Somewhere up there, I don't remember.
Chicago,
Detroit,
I think.
Michigan?
Yeah, that
I
would
think
make
it's
sense.
Chicago.
I think Chicago is where they started house. It's Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have pictures with him. He was a very humble, sweet, gentle guy. But anyway, the band every night there was always a promoter, and there was always like the band, and the promoter would try to get us to go out after shows.
Right.
We're going to the club. We want to have you. We got you a VIP booth. You can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like on us, drinks, whatever. Every night they would ask that.
Yeah.
And every night I would just be like, I don't want to get involved in that.
Oh,
at
really?
the time I was like super straight edge. Didn't do
Oh,
any
okay.
alcohol or drugs or
Yeah, yeah.
any of that. And I knew what they were going to do.
Of course,
They're
yeah.
going to pick up chicks and they're
Yeah.
going to do drugs and alcohol. And I feel like that's
Man, you really fucked up.
That's
you
right.
missed a serious
God.
opportunity
Holy
to just
shit.
ruin
I'm sure
your
I
life
did,
for a
yeah.
few years, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you are where you are now,
Yeah.
but boy,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you fucked up.
So what's
A little
funny
bit. You
is-
fucked up a little bit.
I took those opportunities to like kind of level with myself, be like, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And I just kind of was like, it didn't feel right at the
Sure.
time. And I feel like I'm pretty in tune with my, like, you could say feelings on like, okay, this doesn't feel like it's smart, So what I did, I had guilt that I was not in school.
Yeah.
Because I was going for like kind of design business school, and I would get asked to do like these crazy after parties. So those two combined, what I told myself is every night that I get asked to like go to an after party, I'm gonna go to my hotel room alone and teach myself how to design.
Wow.
So instead of like
Fucking little savage.
instead of like
crazy.
partying, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go learn to build a website.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna go like do a t-shirt design for this guy in Santa Cruz, or I'm gonna, so I had all these little things where I was like, if I'm not gonna be in school, I'm not gonna be at
Right.
2 a.m. at a club.
Right.
Like I'm gonna teach myself how to do this.
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like I tried to, I think it was mostly guilt that I like dropped
guilt's
out
a good
of
driver,
college,
dude. I mean,
and I
it
was
drives
like,
people to greatness. It drives people to mania. You know what I mean?
yes.
Like, it's,
So I taught myself how to design and build websites
Wow.
in hotel rooms in Europe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you
And
built out a whole entire fucking company that does it seems to do very well. Looking at some of the
get
stuff.
over passing up pussy and drugs.
I know.
James Brown, bro.
See, and that's the
I'm
difference
having
between me and
such a
you.
hard
Like,
time with that.
like if we would have been
Wow.
asked that, we would have like
I'd
our
have had a
biggest claim
heart
to
attack.
fame.
I'd have blown my
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
heart out.
Fuck
I'd
yeah,
have
dude.
wore my dick.
My biggest claim
raw.
to fame forever in my life would have been like, I did drugs with James Brown.
Oh.
Like that would have
But
been.
he
it.
was not there.
Sure,
It was
it's
not
like-
because
it was
as old
like-
as he was,
even
he
in
was
the
past all
hemisphere,
that.
I'm
but
claiming it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go hang out with those dudes.
Yeah.
there's
Oh,
no, and this
100%.
goes back to how you kept getting invited back. Mm-hmm. I would have been like, "Hey, man,
bad mistakes.
let's go."
They would have
All
brought
of
us
them.
on one
Let's
tour,
do
is what
all
we're
of
saying.
them. Yeah.
We would have made one
No,
tour with them,
uh-uh.
and they're like, "These guys,
Yeah,
we're
they'd
not
be like,
fucking-
every time we go someplace, Jay turns it up to 16.
Yeah.
He's got us all out here. He figures out where everything's at.
Yeah.
We're at strip clubs.
we're doing fucking
Yeah.
European speed right now,
Yeah.
dude."
Man.
We're gonna be up for 3 days.
I couldn't even imagine. At 17,
crazy.
I would have been like,
That's
hey,
amazing.
we're partying.
Oh, yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I can legally drink here. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Hence me not having any type of success.
This is why we're construction workers.
this is why. Yeah.
It's
I'm
amazing.
hanging off the dock at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning while you're somewhere comfortable thinking
Yeah.
about skating.
Yeah, exactly. dude.
Yeah, so that's where I just taught myself
That's amazing.
what I wanted to learn.
yeah,
At the time, YouTube was like kind of popping off, and
Yeah.
the reality was like the idea of education was
kinda going out the
shifting pretty
window,
quick.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, oh, if I want to learn something, I just learn it.
literally.
I can go
on
to YouTube and
Yeah.
search, build a website, and do all that
Mm-hmm.
sort of stuff. So then I just, once the tours kind of dwindled down, it's like, all right, what's going to fill my time? And
That was it. Huh?
making websites.
Yeah.
So are websites seem to kind of be pretty carbon copy anymore, and I don't even know, unless you're like really seriously trying to sell a product, how effective they are as far as like what they used to be. Are they still kind of in the same realm? Because it seems to me like it's kind of dropped off a little bit, because for a while there you had to have a website if you had a business. And now it seems kind of a little bit more all over the place.
No, I think it's still there. The reality is we interact with the internet literally every 10
all
seconds.
day.
Yeah, constantly.
Totally.
So it's very much still a mandatory.
Totally.
The things that are changing now are the ease of getting it done in a good enough manner.
Sure.
So you can reach out to someone who can just build you a website pretty quick, or
Totally.
Yeah.
even have.
I mean, you
like-
can get on Fiverr right now
Yeah.
and get some dude for $50 pretty much.
Yeah, so when I was-
it'll be dog shit, but it'll fucking work.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
so
like for,
it depends.
Like, yeah.
Like if your goal is just to have a URL that there's a button that says "Buy my T-shirt,"
Sure.
you build a
Yeah.
Shopify site.
Totally.
But when I was starting, it was definitely more in the like what you're talking about, the hype age of like,
Right.
oh, we need a website, and I can't build it, so I have to hire this
Totally.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very much more specialized,
Yeah.
as opposed to now it's much more you're empowered as like a business owner
Mm-hmm.
to make your own website.
Totally.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, I can't, hold on. We'll preface this, that I can't do it today, yesterday, last week, last month, or next year.
You probably
Ain't
could
gonna
now, though,
happen.
to be honest.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
You just don't want to.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I grew up, like, I say grew up, like I started the design,
Sure.
development stuff in a pretty integral time period.
Yeah.
I would say it's like, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
you needed a website to drive traffic to do a thing, because there wasn't
Yeah.
an Instagram link or a
No.
TikTok shop that fucking immediately went to the one item that you're trying to sell,
Or
right?
Shopify.
Yeah, or
Yep.
Shopify.
Or
which,
here's our shirt design.
Right.
You go pay for it, and they just drop ship it right
right
from the
to
place.
the fucking place.
Yeah.
So.
And I actually started like as a brand designer. Mm-hmm. So I was doing like logos and
Sure.
stuff like that first,
Yeah.
and then I was
I'm going
doing
to
print
assume that
stuff.
the way you're trajectory has been going so far, it was probably like Nike and Oakley and Adidas and like, because it doesn't seem like you go to like start off with like Chucks.
You're not going to do the Get Heavy podcast logo.
No,
You know
you're
what I mean?
going
Yeah.
straight to Nike and
Yeah.
Adidas.
Yeah, that's what I mostly do now, but it wasn't always that way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like when I started, it was like T-shirts for
Anything,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
it
to
was
get
hip
work,
hop
right?
groups and
Totally.
metalheads.
Yeah.
And, we need album art for a death metal
Totally.
album
man.
coming out next week. You know, but yeah, so I think I just started. I was super passionate about it, just like everything that
Yeah.
I get into something and I just go full throttle.
Yeah.
You know, and design was always that way. Yeah, and I just started doing it. And what I would actually do, and I've only told a few people this because it's kind of embarrassing, but it's actually, I think, a really
Now
good.
with this podcast,
Yeah,
we'll
I
tell
have no
a few
embarrassment.
more.
Yeah.
I would find companies that I like thought had terrible websites, but they had like promise. You know, like, oh, like that's kind of a cool thing, but their website like is kind of weak.
Kind of sucks. Yeah.
And I would literally just go home and like use it as like a brief almost like, okay, I'm going to redo their website
Sure.
for free just to teach myself how to do it.
Wow.
And so like I would say like, okay, if I'm going to do like one that comes to mind, there was a production studio in Denver. If I was to do their website, if they emailed me and was like, hey, can you
Yeah.
build our website? What would I do?
Right.
And
Right.
I did this for years. I would just find a company, like go sit in my room
Yeah.
and just build out an entire website. Like not even just like design one page, but I would build the entire thing.
The whole thing.
Because I wanted to learn how to
Yeah.
go from start to finish
Sure.
to getting it out there and everything in between. And so I would do that on my own time. They had no idea I was doing this.
Sure. Yeah.
And I would find the email of whoever owned the company, circumvent any marketing people,
Sure,
anybody who would.
Yeah, you give it to them. They're like, guess what we found? You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%.
You want a job?
Yeah.
And I would just email the owner of the company and say, hey, really like your brand or your company. You know, I did this for different people, but I went ahead and just built you guys a whole new website because I thought your product deserved it.
Yeah.
And I would say more than half the time they would email back just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, you just did this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used it to like gauge like, is what I'm doing good?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Is this massive company or this company that I admire impressed by my work?
Are they
Yeah.
going to be stoked?
Totally,
And
yeah.
most of the time they were. So
Yeah.
I was like a validator first and foremost. And then second to that, it was like a lead gen. You know, it
Yeah.
was like
Yep.
they would be like, oh, that's amazing. Like, can we just use it? And there were a handful of times that companies were just like bailed on their current website and just like uploaded the files.
Abandoned ship, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, sure.
Wow.
And that was the sort of thing where like a couple of them were like, how much money do you want for it? And you know, I think there was even a couple times I was like, dude, I did it. So
Yeah.
just have
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, just
Give
keep
me
me in
some
mind
cred.
the next time
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
a
totally.
new one or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of my starting up, like once I was done doing music and all that stuff
Yeah.
was just like, how can I help people?
Right.
As opposed to just going out and being like, I do this for this much money. You
Well,
know?
and
Yeah.
that's like such a massive life lesson too. Like the initiative to do the fucking work first.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's such a lesson that people should really. I mean, I deal with it all the time in my industry. I'm not gonna like go into it, but you have to do the fucking work. Like, you know, before you get the accolades or the thing, like to do the work first and present it and go, here's what my shit is. Are you into it?
Yeah.
It's very punk rock. It's very DIY. Like, it's just shows so much fucking initiative. Where in that, I would assume the media landscape is like, I will do this for you behind this paywall that you won't see till it's a finished product, and you have to just trust me.
Yeah.
And taking that initiative to like, here's a finished fucking product of what I see for you guys and your brand or whatever. Do you fuck with it? Like, that is such a fucking cheat code.
Yeah.
You know, which naturally you just had in your bones, obviously, you know what I mean? But it's a really cool way. I think, like, if anyone that, because I deal with this with my kids, like, I have no idea where my kids are going to land technology-wise. AI, fucking all this shit, like, and I'm constantly like, you guys have to do something. Like, you have to do work first. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just expect someone to take a chance on your ass, like, at all. Like,
Yeah.
I deal with it all the time with my own children. Like, you guys have to fucking show initiative and do the thing, just like playing music. We write the songs, we fucking show them to people, and if they fuck with it, they book our shows. Like, you know, and it's a really cool cheat code to take into the professional world. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people don't see. You know, they go to college, they get a degree, they go, I'm a graphic designer. Yeah. And then they start cold calling, I do this, and everyone's like, yeah. Get you and 45,000 other motherfuckers. Yeah. But when a kid shows up and goes, hey, I redesigned your whole entire website, check it out. Yeah. You will look at that, you know, and you'll probably, half the time you're going to be like, what the fuck am I paying this other guy for? You know what I mean? Like, this kid just
I'm actually curious if that ever happened. I never thought about it from that
angle.
Dude,
it's an insane fucking way to do it, but it's a really very smart, very smart way to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So that's, you know, and I think just like I like to meet people. So like, just being in Colorado, like I would go to design events and meet people and stuff like that. And I think kind of words maybe started getting around like, oh, like I've heard this guy's available. You can use him. And then there was a couple ad agencies that like took a chance on me. And then I started just collecting people in the industry who I knew. Yeah. And then, you know, they naturally disperse to brands. And then you're in a Rolodex of people who run brands. Sure. You know, and so I think a lot of it does stem from just like that hard work initially and just like following through. Totally. And being a reliable source. Yeah. And that's all I care about anymore. Yeah. Like, even the work I do today, like, I still don't consider myself like great at what I do. Like, but what I do think is when people reach out to me, there's never like a question of, is it going to get done on time? Sure. Do I have to check in a million times in between? Yeah. It's kind of just like that, like, oh, you need it done? Like, just go hit up Sean and like...
It will get done. Yeah.
And tell them what
it's really
the
hard
date
to
is.
find that in any industry.
It's really insane. Yeah.
It's impossible to find it. You know,
it really is. Yeah.
From people that are building a house or working on your car or doing anything. It's like, yeah, we'll do it, but it's going to be on this date. Well, this date turned into this date. This date turned into this date. I'm waiting on a window for my truck that I've been waiting for almost 2 months. Yeah. They said it'd be 2 weeks.
And
you know?
when it comes to like that, 99% of this fucking world is managing people, dude, and making your clients understand that you got their back and it's gonna get done. Like, and you know, it will fucking get done, and I'm the dude that will do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, it seems like a very easy thing to like display, like, we'll fucking do it. But when someone consistently shows up for you, that's how you keep clients. That's how your reputation grows, because they know that if they hit your fucking studio up and you guys, they need something, you have 100 fucking contacts where people are like, killed it. No fucking issues. Like, and it's managing people. It's like letting people know, like, it's calming their fears about shit. You know what I mean? Because you're dealing with companies that are massive. I mean, just beyond what I could even fucking imagine. Like, if someone asked me to design a logo, I mean, I can't design a logo, but, you know, if someone were to ask me, like, I don't know if you want to list any of the people you've actually done it for, but you can jump on his website and check it out. It's unreal. But if a company like that approached me, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's just the reliability of you showing up and doing the fucking work. I mean, you know what I mean? And listening to what they want. You know what I mean? And being realistic about the things they want. You know what I mean? That's got to be hard, you know?
Yeah, being honest, transparent, and just...
Totally.
I think you have to have a level of obvious, like, technical skill.
Of course. Yeah. But, you have to master the craft.
Right. Yeah. But there's, I think there's a balance thing there where I've known some of the most creative, like, talented people in the world, and I've tried to, like, work with them.
Can't manage themselves.
And you're just like...
Yeah. You're a fucking mess.
We know quite a few of them.
Yeah. I know some of the most talented people on planet fucking Earth can't manage themselves, can't manage their life. You can't wrangle them in. And and we need those people. Yeah. We need the Hunter S. Thompsons. We need the wild motherfuckers in the world. Your Brent Hines, all these guys. But there are the guys like you and that show up and do fucking quality work on time and well. You know what I mean? It's like, it seems like it's hard to find, but when you find someone, it's like, this is my fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's very cool to see. You know what I mean? And
Thanks.
just that sticking with it and doing your thing, man. And I'm very stoked that you've been doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just finding out about the craziness. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's been a long time.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
long have you been doing the design studio at this point?
I mean, I think it's got to be around 15 years.
Really?
shit.
Do you have like a pretty big team of people?
Yeah, me.
That's you?
Yeah.
You? That's it?
The whole 15 years.
Is
Yep.
all you?
Yeah, the past year, my wife has been a integral help in a lot of like business stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, so started as a brand designer, so doing identities, logo systems, marketing materials, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Moved to digital stuff, so websites, apps, code-based stuff, and then moved to like immersive, like entertainment stuff, and
Sure.
that whole thing. And I think this is also probably why I've been somewhat busy the past 15 years. Is it's kind of hard to find someone that can kind of take all
It's
steps
hard.
of the
Yeah,
process
it's
and do
really
it.
hard, yeah.
Usually it's like, okay, here's the design team. The design team hands off to the development team, and then the development team like hands it off to them to like launch it.
Yeah.
I've like tried to make it so it's like let's just get it done. Like
Yeah.
one dude, let's just go
Yeah.
work.
And it's you.
It's
And
just
you're
me.
the dude. So you're the dude you're talking about? Is
Yeah,
what you're
in that
saying?
scenario, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, it's literally you. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
right?
and that's what's I've tried to hire people,
It's so fucking hard, dude. Yeah.
but it's it's just tricky because I like to work fast and efficient. Because like at the end of the day, it's like a project, it's a job. I want to get it done, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't want to just sit there and tinker around until it's just never done.
100%. Yeah.
You know, there's been times when I've brought someone on. And I'm like, okay, how long will it take you to do this?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, a week or two. And in my head, I'm like,
It's a 2-day job, dude.
that's.
Totally.
And then after that week or two,
God
I
damn
will
it,
like
I'm having you-
review
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's all you've done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you got. Like, in the most
Yeah.
kind, like not
Yeah.
trying to bash anybody, but I just like, it just doesn't. I'm too, and then half the time that I would get something from someone, this
tweak it
I
and
wouldn't
fix
call
it
this
or-
a good trait,
Yeah.
but I would redo it anyway.
You're gonna
Yeah.
redo
So
it.
is that half the time, or is that almost every single time?
That I've like hired on somebody.
No, that you
And that you end up
and then
redoing
in the
their
end, you're
work.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
I need to fix
every
it.
single time.
Yeah, because you said half the time, and I
Yeah.
figured
He's
out
being
bullshit
very nice, yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
me and you share a very similar trait in the fact that it's fucking so hard to trust anyone to do anything you could do twice as fast. You know what I mean?
And that's
Like,
what's hard
it's
because
really
it's
hard,
like
dude.
at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah.
my name is on it still,
Yeah.
like technically and physically.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's your reputation. It's your fucking thing.
and
yeah.
so like if I don't like because I have to present to clients all the time,
Yeah.
it's my name that's on the front of the deck.
Right.
And if I don't like the work, I'm gonna have a really hard time presenting it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like everything that I present, I like make sure
Yeah.
I'm stoked on this because then it's easy to present the work.
Yeah.
Like it's like I just presented something yesterday for a ski group in Colorado, and I was super pumped on the work, and so it made just going into the meeting like cool.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's do this. Like as opposed to like if I'm like nervous that they're not
Yeah,
gonna like it.
totally,
or-
yeah.
So like if you go in there, you're confident and you're excited about the work, like
Yeah.
Contagious.
it's
Yeah,
done.
it is contagious,
It's
yeah, totally.
the meeting's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-minute meeting.
Now this
Yeah.
is the fun part that everyone can just be like, oh, look at that good work.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally, man.
Tell me a little bit about James Brown.
I don't tell anybody
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Nobody
incredible, man.
knows
I mean-
that I work with,
Yeah.
like from the design.
Now
Sure, of course.
it's out in the whole world.
Now it's out in the whole world for all, you know,
Yeah,
For literally
all
everybody.
1,000 listeners of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, because we're fucking keeping you, and I know you got to drive back. I was told by your brother to ask about aliens, and you had an experience when you were a kid, and we were talking about this before the podcast started. So I think it's a good place to end. I know you're obsessed with aliens. I'm also
Obsessed.
obsessed with aliens. Kenny is obsessed with aliens. Did you have an experience?
Me and Brett did, yeah. So obsessed with aliens that the tiki bar that we're starting is the whole backstory
Is it an alien themed tiki bar?
is like
Oh, you fucking
ancient
I'm
alien.
getting hard, dude. I'm getting
based.
hard right now, dude.
Yeah. So like,
awesome.
yeah, literally like nobody knows about like James Brown stuff, but also like literally nobody knows that I'm like a UFO nut.
Dude, that's amazing.
Like my immediate family for sure does, but like professionally, like I don't really go out there with like a I want to believe shirt.
Yeah.
But that's who I am inside. But yeah, so there was one. I'm trying to think of how old I was, maybe like 8 or 9. Me and Brett shared a room like our whole life essentially, so that's why we're so close.
Yeah.
But there was one night in Longmont that our UFO story. It's a very bizarre one, but he slept on like a bed on the ground, just a regular bed, and just right across the kind of like room, I was on like a bunk bed. The bunk bed had like a desk under it, so it was just a top bed. I always slept up there. Hilarious that it was like next to a ceiling fan, so like 80% of the time I like hit my head on the freaking fan.
Totally.
Thanks, parents, for putting a bunk bed there.
Yeah, don't go up too fast.
Yeah. I don't know why
You'll
we didn't
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only happened a couple times.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, there was one night, just a random night. We just were asleep. And this was a second story house. So we were on the top level. I could point on a map exactly where this house is. And there was one window. And because it was my brother's room, I just shared it with him, essentially.
Yeah, of course.
It was the little enclave that was just plastered with Marilyn Manson posters. Like, the dude was a freak. But that little nook with the window, I just remember waking up. I just like woke up. Just the brightest light of it, like almost like a military spotlight, just right inside the window. But it was like you could tell that it was coming from like above the house.
Yeah.
It wasn't like shooting up. Like,
Sure.
So like there's a road there, so like if cars pass, you can kind of see, lights. So I was like very certain. I was like, unless a helicopter was like spotlighting our window,
your window,
or
what you
our
would have
house.
heard. Yeah.
And there was no sound. I didn't hear anything. Or unless I was completely dreaming all this, there was a bright light coming from above our window. So I got out of the bunk bed, like crawled down, and just started walking towards it to like look like in the. I was like, "What is this light?" Just out of curiosity. And I don't remember anything.
Really?
Got to the window, and I don't remember anything. All I remember is being back in my bed. So that's why I'm like, was this a dream?
Yeah.
Like I was like back in my bed. I kind of like just jolt. You know how you kind of like do that? I like woke up, but when I woke up again, I still saw the light, and then it just turned off. So it was like, if it was a dream,
Sure.
it was like a precognition of the light that was there, or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I woke up, and because I saw the light again, and it was like a loop sort of thing,
Sure.
and it just it like went out.
Yeah.
I like freaked out.
Yeah.
Like I was like screaming, and I went over to my brother, and he was already awake. So I don't know if like my screaming woke him up or like something like that, but he was awake, and I just asked him. I was like, "Did you see that?" And he was like, "Yeah, the light or something like that." And I was like, and him validating what we saw, I lost it even more.
Yeah,
so I
of
just
course.
like dipped to our parents' room
Yeah.
and was like, "There's something outside the house,"
So you didn't see anything.
No.
You didn't. But there's like a blank in your mind.
There's
any?
a skip of.
Who knows? How
I
long?
walked to the window.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I like woke up.
You were in your bed.
Yeah. So I have no idea
Do you
what
have any
happened.
recollection, dreams of anything? Nothing. Wow.
Yeah,
and that,
so-
but
They
that
took
got
you up there, and they went in your head and said, "Let's make this guy a little bit psycho,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
You know
we'll
what this
make him
motherfucker's
humble.
gonna do? Yeah.
And then later on, hopefully, he'll help us not ruin this country."
We'd like to see this kid on tour with James Brown, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But did you have any inclination that it was aliens? Like, or was it years later that you like
No,
light shit, or did anything feel weird at all? Or,
there was nothing weird about it other than the light
Yeah.
and me not remembering going to it. Like,
Wow.
Or what happened when I got to it. So it wasn't anything like
You remember
I
being
saw a
beamed
gray
up
suck me up, or nothing like that.
But it started your obsession with aliens and what the fuck's out there.
Yeah, but not immediately.
No, of course.
Do you ever have dreams where you're like dealing with aliens?
No,
I do.
Never.
Constantly.
I never dream.
It's because you're the size of a planet. They're waiting to take over.
You just have your own gravity.
They're just like,
I have dreams that they're trying to pull me up,
Yeah.
and then two more show up, and then they just give up and leave.
They just tag out.
No, I have insane fucking apocalypse alien dreams.
Really?
Insane. I had one 2 nights ago. It woke
What
me up.
happens?
Dude, they're all different, but I had one because I don't know if you know. There's that object that is in. It's heading towards us. Have you seen this?
The
whatever that is.
I3
I've been
whatever.
watching a lot of shit on that, but my whole life I've had insane alien invasion apocalypse dreams.
That's
Like my whole
wild.
life, I've always had insane, vivid, gnarly dreams, and it doesn't happen very often. But when it does, it's like I remember every fucking detail.
Really?
But I had a dream that thing showed up, and it was fucking here, and it was
cool.
hovering above fucking L.A. And people, I mean, it was miles fucking long. Panic in the streets, people freaking out. You know what I mean? Like, and I had one literally 2 nights ago. Like, I've had them before where aliens have come down, and the most vivid one I ever had was like when my daughter was she was maybe 4 or 5 at that point, 3, whatever. I had a dream that there was a straight up alien invasion. It's fucking, you can't tell what's going on, but you know shit's going on, right? There's shit in the sky. There's people fucking panicking and running through the streets, running their houses. And I'm gathering my kids and my wife, and I'm trying to get them like in the house. So it's like
scary.
Oh, it's scary. Yeah, scary as
Wild.
shit. So I grab my wife, I throw her in the house, I throw my daughter in the house, and I fucking shut the door, and I grab a giant fucking butcher knife because in my dream I didn't have a gun or whatever. And I'm standing there by the fucking door, and shit's just getting weird in the streets, dude. And all of a sudden, I hear my daughter's voice outside the apartment that we lived in. And she's going, "Dad, let me in. Let me in." And she's screaming and crying, right? And I'm fucking tripping out.
This
and
is like you should write a movie.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, this is one of the most vivid dreams I've ever had. But my daughter's screaming and crying to let her in, right? And I'm like, I know it feels wrong, but I open the fucking door, and my daughter is at the door. And as she runs in the house, she morphs into a fucking alien, and I fucking stabbed and ripped that fucking alien's head off in my living room. Like, I mean, fucking just like gutted this motherfucker, and then like was covered in blood, and then woke up. And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?" And the people that know me very well,
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Not even. This has no.
I mean, I've always had
this
insane.
is not related to anything that had to do with you.
Yeah.
His other dream is he's a Viking warrior,
Oh, yeah.
and he's getting attacked by a polar bear.
Yeah.
And he pulls his knife out, and he cuts his
Yeah.
throat, and then he's covered in blood. Then there's the one where
that's not true.
he's a gladiator,
Yeah.
and he's in the ring, and all of a sudden a giant behemoth man comes at him, and he slits his throat, and he wakes up covered.
You're
in
forgetting
blood.
about the sex.
It's
But-
I was gonna leave it out.
No,
It's
but
just-
I've always had insane, vivid dreams about apocalypse settings, mostly with aliens. My whole entire.
That's
why I
wild.
literally have like the apocalypse all over my arms. Like it's because I've been obsessed with. I don't know what happened to me as a kid. I grew up way in the desert, but I've always been like wildly obsessed with the thought that there is some other shit out there that's coming. You know what I mean?
You should write some stories, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, I don't know. But it's.
But that's I love that topic.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it every night before I go to bed.
Yeah. I would love to you should get some like hypnotic therapy, like to try to figure out what happened.
See,
in those
I don't
moments.
like that stuff.
No, see, you
No.
were saying earlier you don't like the woo woo at
No.
all. You just want to know there's shit out there. What is the fascination?
No, I like nuts and bolts.
Mm-hmm.
All I care about, I don't care where they're from. I don't care,
Yeah.
any of that.
Me
I don't
neither.
care if it's interdimensional. I don't care if it's like a
From other planets.
fully mental,
Right.
like hysteria thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that if there is supposedly some craft that has crashed here, even if it's one, just one, and there was like some little beings in there, that's all I care about.
That's all
I
you
just
wanna know.
want to see a cool ship.
You want to see a fucking alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's all I care
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Like sure, life changing, yada yada yada. I don't think it would change anything, but
Yeah.
and so a lot of the inspiration that I get, for like our haunted house and all that stuff, the tiki bar, all that definitely has some roots creatively, I think, in some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to do like a alien themed
Dude,
like haunted
Wait, that's
house.
dope.
Do you?
It really is dope.
Yeah, aliens. I mean,
Tiki aliens, I'm into.
it's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the tiki bar. So yeah, we didn't even talk about any of the haunted house stuff, but
yeah.
there's a whole backstory of the tiki bar, and I don't want to spoil
Sure,
anything because
totally.
we just announced this, but
Okay.
essentially it's like a forbidden temple
Mm.
somewhere in Hawaii where like a Mayan culture was never supposed to have settled there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 12,500 years old.
Oh, right,
and-
right during the Younger Dryas,
Yep,
dude.
and there's some secret things,
Yeah.
hidden in the walls and
That's
stuff
awesome,
like that.
dude.
But
That's gonna be so cool.
Dude,
yeah.
we're gonna have to make a trip out there
Oh,
when it
100%.
opens, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
for sure.
One day we will be there.
Yeah,
Cool.
for
Barring
sure. Yeah,
some we cannot miss, but I can't
dude.
imagine not
Yeah.
being there for that.
Yeah, that's
whenever
awesome.
it happens, man.
yeah, it's gonna be a little while, but
yeah.
we're in the full
You're in it, yeah.
construction
Yeah.
planning stage right now.
that's awesome, man. Well, dude, we've kept you for an hour and a half at this point. So, where can people find your stuff? Where can people follow you if you want to throw that out there? I mean, obviously,
Yeah, I'm
you
pretty
know,
private on social stuff, but the studio is
Yeah.
probably the most public. It's herman.studio
Mm-hmm.
is my website.
Yep.
Um,
Do you have someone build that out for you? Or?
yeah, I paid someone,
Hired out to Fiverr,
Yeah.
dude.
which is wild because I've been building my new website for like 5 years now.
Your own shit.
It's like,
yeah,
dude,
it
it's
makes sense, yeah.
impossible.
I get it, dude. Yeah.
Everything that I do for myself, I hate. You're just like,
I know.
you're
I've been doing
your
this
own worst
podcast for
critic.
5 years, dude.
Yeah.
I get you. I
Yeah.
totally get it, dude.
But yeah, so actually a part of this trip was also to kind of work on my own stuff. But
Okay.
I kind of got a little too busy with client work
Yeah,
to make
it
that
happens,
happen. But
yeah. Well, dude, it's an absolute fucking pleasure having you
Hell
on.
yeah!
I mean,
good times, man.
the Herman
Thanks for having
family
me.
is
Yeah.
killing it, and I'm so stoked for you guys, man. It's
I don't
awesome.
know how much more I could take looking into your guys' eyes. An hour and a half is about enough, and then I'm
Yeah.
pretty full, erect.
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
dude.
you guys got some pretty eyes.
That's
Oh,
right, dude.
Well, thank you.
Kind eyes. Not ready for the alien apocalypse,
No.
but, you know.
I'm here for
Holler
it.
at
Yeah.
your boy, dude. I'm ready.
Oh, dude.
Come find me, dude. It'll
I'll
be
text
good.
you. You'll be the first one.
Health. I'll be like, I'm fucking there.
I won't say help. I'll just be like, I succumb to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, man. Seriously, thank you for coming on.
yeah.
It's been
appreciate
awesome.
it
My
so
pleasure,
much.
All right, later, guys.